The Zodiac Killer is one of the most infamous and mysterious serial killers in history. He operated in Northern California during the late 1960s and early 1970s, taunting police, the media, and the public with cryptic letters and ciphers, all while evading capture. Despite numerous investigations, the Zodiac's identity remains unknown, making this case a chilling and puzzling part of true crime history. The Zodiac Killer is believed to have committed at least 5 murders between 1968 and 1969, although he claimed to have killed as many as 37 people. His victims were primarily young couples, and his method of killing was often brutal and methodical. On December 20th, 1968, 16-year-old Betty Lou Jensen and her 17-year-old boyfriend David Faraday were parked in a remote area near Vallejo, California. The couple was shot and killed at point-blank range. Their bodies were found later that evening, and the police had little to go on except the fact that there were no signs of a robbery or sexual assault. On July 4th, 1969, Darlene Ferran and Michael Mageau were parked at a Lover's Lane area near Blue Rock Springs Park, also in Vallejo. The couple was approached by a man who first shined a flashlight in their car and then opened fire with a handgun. Darlene was killed immediately, but Michael survived, despite being shot multiple times. On September 27, 1969, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Ann Shepard were picnicking near Lake Berryessa, located in Napa County, California. A man approached them wearing an executioner's hood and brandishing a gun. The man tied the couple up, then used a knife to stab them both repeatedly. Before leaving the scene, the killer drew a symbol on Hartnell's car door, a large cross inside a circle, which was later linked to the Zodiac's distinctive logo. The last confirmed murder attributed to the Zodiac occurred on October 11th, 1969, when the killer shot Paul Stein, a 29-year-old taxi driver, in the Presidio Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. Witnesses reported seeing a man near the crime scene who was later suspected to be the Zodiac. What set the Zodiac Killer apart from other serial killers was his obsession with media attention and his taunting letters to the press and police. He sent a total of 14 letters to newspapers, police, and other institutions. And in these letters, he claimed responsibility for the murders, threatened to kill more people, and included coded messages or ciphers. The Zodiac's ciphers were among the most infamous aspects of his case. He sent several ciphers to newspapers, some of which were solved years later, while others remain unsolved to this day. In 1969, one of the most famous ciphers, known as the 340-character cipher, was sent to the San Francisco Chronicle. It took over 50 years for a team of amateur codebreakers to decipher the message, which revealed a disturbing message about the killer's desire for slaves in the afterlife. Despite this partial success, the Zodiac's full identity remained a mystery. The Zodiac Killer continued to taunt the police and media with letters until the early 1970s, after which his communications stopped and his identity remained unknown. Over the years, several suspects have been proposed, including Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester who died in 1992, and more recently, a man named Gary Francis Post, though no conclusive proof has been found to tie any of these individuals to the murders. The case remains open in some jurisdictions, and new leads continue to emerge, though the Zodiac Killer's true identity may never be known. The case remains a haunting reminder of how some killers can disappear into history, leaving behind only their eerie taunts and an unresolved mystery. Thanks for watching Dark Dreamer. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more thrilling content. Want more dark and thrilling content? Smash that like button and subscribe to Dark Dreamer for exclusive updates.